Hi guys, just wanted to let you know you don't have to watch the movie in order to listen to the show. There won't be any spoilers because they haven't seen the movie. All they've done is watch the trailer, which is all you have to do. Or don't, doesn't matter. You can still listen and laugh. Okay, that's all. Enjoy the show.
Are you listening?
Welcome to the Real and Real Pod. My name is David, and I'm here with my co-host Marcy.
Hello.
And our special guest Tyra.
Hi.
Have you ever watched a movie and thought to yourself, hey, what if this happened in real life? That's what this show is about.
Yep, and then we come up with a few points to discuss the question.
And the question is,
what if everyone had to solve a murder mystery based off the movie Knives Out?
I'm Detective Lieutenant Elliot, and this is Trooper Wagner. We just want to ask a few questions. We understand the night of his demise, the family have gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. How was it, by the way?
The party? Pre my dad's death? Oh, it was great.
A detective and a trooper travel to a lush estate to interview the quirky relatives of a patriarch who died during his 85th birthday celebration.
do you want to see this movie? Tyra,
Yes.
why do you want to see this movie?
Because it's not an action movie. I'm not a big fan of action movies, and it looks like it could be funny. There were some funny parts in there. So, yes. Seems like a great movie to go see during the holidays.
Okay, Marcy, how about you?
I do want to see this movie. It seems hilarious. Like there's some parts in there. We see I don't know their names. I know Chris is one of them. But we see some iconic actors and actresses in here. We see the Activia lady. We see
Oh, that is her.
That is her. Jamie no,
Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis. We see Jamie Lee Curtis. We see James Bond. We see Captain America in here. And just to see them. Who?
Lakeith,
Who's that?
the guy from Atlanta.
See, I don't watch Atlanta. Sorry.
Shame on you.
Sorry. But so we see like some iconic people in here, and they're doing things that like you would not that you don't normally see them in because you know them for that one thing. And it's so interesting, at least from the trailer. So I want to see it for that reason. What about you, David?
I do want to see this. I actually saw this movie early, so basically last night from the day that we're actually recording this. It's really great, and it's really funny, like Tyra assumed it would be. It's really funny.
It
But
is. I'm
yes,
looking forward.
It's good. But everyone plays their characters well. It's entertaining. Nice. It's a great mystery. The person next to me, they were kind of annoying. It was two people. They kind of sucked. One lady literally dropped something on the ground and then bent down to get it, and then she popped back up and turned to the person next to her and said, "What did I miss?" And I'm like, "What?
What?
You thought something was gonna happen that quickly? I think you're okay." But yeah, they were kind of
Annoying.
But apparently not as bad as my one guy friend. He apparently was in another spot back in the theater next to a drunk man who snuck in beer. So, yeah.
He was drunk.
Yeah, it was fun for them. So, that was entertaining. But, yeah, so I'd suggest go seeing this movie.
Since he's already seen it.
Yeah, since I've already seen it. But what?
Did you do a review on it on your podcast, your other podcast?
I don't have another podcast. I did a review on it on my YouTube channel. Called Another Movie Review, so go check that out. But Marcy, we'll start with you. What if everyone had to solve a murder mystery? What's your first point?
My first point is that if everyone had to solve a murder mystery, everyone's on house arrest. At least everyone that's suspected to be the killer
Is on house arrest.
is on house arrest. Because it's kind of tiring and tiresome. Like once you figure out your suspect list, you have to constantly like, all right, where'd they go? Where are they? We got to go find them. Oh my gosh, we think that's the one. So you got to constantly go and catch and hunt down and track these people. And the whole you can't leave the city, state, blah, blah, blah is a little too much because, I mean, if we're just doing like, I don't know, Atlanta's huge. It's big. And then if it's like you can't leave the state, Georgia's huge. Like there's a lot of places that are like, there's a lot of places in here that you could hide in. No one would think anything about it.
Like your cabinets.
That is a place, depending on how heavy you are, because they might fall.
Oh, I meant the floor ones. Were you climbing up for your cabinets?
Yes.
And she's looking for a really good hiding spot.
Right.
I was.
See, that was me in hide and seek. I was that person
To
that went
climb
the
up?
extra yes, I did that once.
No, because then it could fall down.
Valid.
And plus, I got to get out somehow. And then I can't run away if they try to touch me.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just stuck.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, there might be a spider.
Oh, yeah, spiders. Ugh.
Too many flaws in your plan. I don't like.
Okay, maybe not the top ones, okay? But either way, so we put you on house arrest so that you can't disappear and we can easily find you. Because, I mean, so it's a lot. It's going to be a lot of suspects, especially if everybody... Wait, what are we doing?
If everyone had to solve a murder
Yeah, so if
mystery.
everyone has to solve a murder mystery, it just makes it easier. And then we'll probably be suspects at one point or another. I don't know why, but I mean, like for me, I just have a naturally mean face. So...
You
Like,
definitely
it-
are like
Suspect number one.
Suspect number one, because I have RBF to the max. It's terrible. It's great where I work because everybody leaves me alone, but it's terrible if I was counted as a suspect because they
RBF?
resting
Bacon
B
fajitas?
face.
Red bacon fajitas. What?
Those would be tasty, but no. Yes. You're very hungry, aren't you? But yeah, so I know I would be a suspect, so I just chill at home. I like home.
I would not be a suspect. Have you seen my face?
That's why you'd be a suspect. They're like, he's too nice.
Exactly. I'm innocent.
Unless they see you at work.
Yes, exactly.
If you see this man
but
at
then
work,
you think I am a suspect because I'm rude at work.
exactly. He's
I don't
like,
want that.
and it's not even that he's rude. He's just like,
None.
hurry up and leave.
Antisocial.
Yes.
He's very antisocial and like, do your business and leave. Stop trying to talk to me.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's my first point. So we're going to move along to David. What is your first point?
No one would hire any help.
So there'd be no hired help.
No hired help whatsoever. So that's your gardeners, your
maids, cleaning ladies,
your cleaning ladies,
your dry cleaners.
dry cleaners. What you got, Tyra?
Driver.
Driver. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Butler.
But yes, butler. Yes.
No plumbers.
Babysitter.
None of that.
And that would
No
be
cooks.
Because
Are they could possibly be a suspect?
yes, there could possibly be a suspect, and all of them end up apparently killing someone. Like it's always like
It's always the help.
It was the butler or it was the gardener, and
It really
every
is.
single time. And if they're not around, then you can't get murdered.
And no one suspects them because they're like, they're not. Well, I mean, like the gardener was here, but like he left, so
He
it
was
couldn't have been
cutting
them.
shrubs.
Right? He was doing the shrub thing. No, that was his body double, and he went in and killed everybody. Then let the body double go, and he just went back to cutting the shrubs.
No, you do not hire a body double.
I have a question. Because if the profession no longer existed, the person still does. They're still a murderer. They're just no longer a murderer that is a cook
well,
or
I mean
a butler.
that they don't get hired. So
Yeah.
let's say I'm worried about getting murdered. I'm not going to hire any help, so I don't have to worry about them
being the
murdering
one
me.
that murders me. Okay.
And I mean, they can still murder you, but it'll be a lot harder
okay.
because they don't have just easy access to your food
Oh yeah, that
and
is
your
true.
house
Mm-hmm.
and all of that.
Good point. I
They
didn't
can't
think
just
about it.
anthrax your clothes
You're right.
and cyanide your food.
Because it's always them.
It usually is.
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
game of Clue. I know what I'm talking about.
Never played Clue.
Neither have I. I'm just saying that.
Have you seen the movie?
No, not that either. I assume it's about a person killing a person, right?
I don't know. I've never seen it. Never played the game either.
Okay.
Did you see Murder on the Orient Express?
No, I wanted to, but also I kind of didn't because Johnny Depp's in it.
You don't like Johnny Depp?
He has questionable decisions as of lately. Specifically his movie choices.
Valid.
Yeah. I can't remember the last good one I've seen.
Valid.
Here,
Lone Ranger? No, that was bad. Pirates of the Caribbean.
the first one
Ooh. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
was garbage.
It was, but it was better.
It's so weird and creepy. in
It's
that
better
movie.
than Lone Ranger.
Well, yes, but I can't compare that to that.
True.
I was told he was supposed to be weird and creepy because that made it more authentic to the book.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more to the book instead of what the
first
movie did. Because the
Yeah.
first movie they made him not as creepy. They made
Right.
him like the lovable guy that just does weird things.
But he's
Right.
a liar.
Who?
The first guy.
Yes, that's why.
the best part.
that he's a liar and he's lovable.
Yes, because okay, here's the thing. In the beginning, when he's coming out on his cane, and then he trips and falls and rolls up and somersaults, he automatically tells you then, I'm a liar, don't believe anything you see from me.
Right.
Right.
So
Like, everything
that's
you
what
see is
makes
not
it
true.
great, where he has that personality, but can you trust it? Because something always crooked with him.
Well, he did say that though. He did because like when they were in the room, like everything you see is not how it is or whatever it was. He said something of that nature.
He said, don't touch my stuff.
No,
Don't you put your hands on, don't you lick that wall. Don't you lick my walls. You know what I
no,
mean?
that was his hands in the river. Don't touch my river.
touch my river.
Don't touch my river of chocolate.
He's like,
Don't
oh,
do
you
it.
fell in my river. Gotta clean this.
And they're like, but the boy is drunk. I don't care.
It's like, where my Oompa Loompas?
Go clean the river. God dang
Exactly.
it.
See, he was better because Joy people are scarier.
Yes, which is why you'd be the first
But
suspect.
Johnny Depp one is just so like wacky and kooky and weird. I'm like, I already assume he's gonna murder us all. Like,
Valid.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather the liar who surprised me with murder, not Johnny Depp who's like
Yeah, his
kooky
first
and,
his smile where he came
probably
out with
makes
the.
out with these Oompa Loompas.
No, he probably eats them every now and again when he just gets
nibbles on
bored.
the Oompa Loompas. Something's up with that. But anyway, back to. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so no one hires them, but yeah, we'll move on to the guest. Guest, what is your first point?
Okay, so if everyone had to solve a murder mystery, obviously there'd be a lot of dead people. There'd be one dead person for every person that has to solve a mystery. So the population would be very little, first and foremost. Just wanted to point that out. There wouldn't be a whole lot of people.
We usually try to stay from darkness in this.
I'm just
That's a
just
lie.
stating a
That's
fact.
a lie. I'm just.
It's a whole lie.
Just stating a fact. A lot of people would be dead.
Why is it a death per person?
Well, if every one person had to solve a murder mystery, right? There has to be at least one killer.
So we're not doing a joint mystery, like
We all, like all of us,
like all
solve-
three of us are trying to solve this one mystery.
Yeah, and
about
I'm
like a serial killer who killed 3 different people. Like that would be okay.
right. But still, there would be 3 people for the 3 people that solve it.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know, even if it if okay, fine, a group of people solved one murder, like 5 or
Well, the
even
thing is,
10.
Everyone has to solve one. I didn't think we were ganging up and tag teaming on this.
Well, if we're
I
not,
need
that's
help.
still a lot of people, dead people.
But then I said I saw my own. And yes, you're right. It's still.
I just want to take a moment of silence for all the people
That you
that
just
killed. That would that would
just killed.
that would die off if everyone had to solve a murder.
Because you
mystery.
killed them.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, next.
Getting dark.
Who wants to lighten the mood?
Not me, because that's not what I'm about to do.
Yes. Tell us more about death, Marcy.
So
As Tyra has gotten us on this subject.
my second point is that there'd be a lot more easy murders.
Easy.
Oh, that's just great. Easy murders now.
Because we have to solve them. And of course, you know, like it'd be like really, I don't know, it'd be like really complicated to solve like the harder ones to where it's like, oh, and they put like they what was it? There was one.
Wait. It'd be more complicated
It'd
to
be-
solve the harder ones.
Yeah,
so people would
so,
murder
like-
stuff easily.
Yeah, so instead of being like, oh, they injected an air bubble in the IV, which went into the veins and it caused an embolus in the veins and blah, 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 and all that scientific jargon and medical blah, right? I'm not the medical person. That's your girlfriend lady thing. So
Girlfriend lady thing. Yes, my
fiance,
mistress.
no. Girlfriend lady
Mistress,
fiance
girlfriend
thing.
lady thing. Yep.
Yes. So that's her, not me. So I don't know all these words. I just know that air bubbles in veins is not good.
How about
right?
you just say another drug?
No, that's too easy.
Is it though?
Because you can trace the other drug. An air bubble is something you can't really trace. That'll mimic other things.
I'm wondering how do you know so much
I watch
about
I watch a lot of crime things. So like CSI, NCIS,
CCP,
Law and Order,
FBI.
order,
all of them.
crime
CCTV.
scene, investigation?
HGTV.
Yes, I do watch that too. But yeah, all
Lots
of
of
those.
murders on there.
I mean, if walls could talk,
Exactly.
I miss that show.
If walls could talk.
Yeah, there was a show that was called If Walls Could Talk, and it was basically
Stop.
people who went into like old homes and they were renovating it, and then they found out the history of the house.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
That is the
I
oldest
do
sounding
remember that
name
show.
in the world.
It is, and it was a very old show.
It'd be like today on If Walls Could Talk.
No, it was like this really spunky like white dude, and he was like, okay, so if walls could talk, what would this 29th century Victorian house say? Or all these other whatever you want to say. 29th century hasn't happened yet, but you get this. 18th century.
So corny. Not like 29th century. Very futuristic.
It'd be a boring wall because it was just made.
Okay. No, not necessarily. You don't know what's been going on while they were building it, technically.
True.
You know, people out breaking into houses, having relations and doing different
True.
things. Homeless people breaking in, peeing on stuff,
Yeah.
pooping in places.
Gotta hope for that in
I
the
just see
future.
drugs, but anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, that's what I see. Like there'd be a lot of easier murders because then it would. I don't know how to describe it. It was just.
Yeah, I'm confused still.
But like it. Okay, so instead of it just being like an air bubble in the veins and killing them that way, or like they took what was it? One of the CSI things. They took a syringe that had like ink in it and they shoved it in the guy's eye and it was air and whatever. Yeah, that can.
The
kill
eye
you too.
thing just didn't kill them? Getting stabbed in the eye
No.
didn't kill them? I'm dying if I don't have that eye. That pain is killing me.
No, it was right in the pupil, so it didn't feel anything. It's terrible. Yes, but that's how they
Was I
found out, because they shoved air into the guy's pupil, and the particle of the ink got trapped in there, and they were able to trace the particle. I don't know how realistic
And that
is.
killed them?
And yes,
I don't believe that one.
again, I don't know
I
how
believe they
realistic
just lost
this
an
is.
eye that day.
Yeah, you think, but yeah, I don't know how realistic these things are. But yeah,
Probably not that real.
shoving some air in a jugular, whatever it may be. So like those, you look very scared. So yeah, so instead of it being something that can mimic a natural cause, it's now, like he was saying, oh, they injected a drug into the IV and it's traceable to this.
I'm sorry. I'm still confused. Teacher. Why are they easier?
Because we want to solve them. So like,
So I kill people easier
yes.
to help you out to catch me?
Well, oh,
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Well, who knows? Really. I mean, maybe criminals are like, you know what? Since
they gotta solve
somebody
things
has to
too.
catch me, I
Look.
might as well make it easy.
Look, they gotta
Maybe.
solve things too, so they can't like take up their time. Like they're like, you know what? I gotta solve this murder. Listen, yo, Joe, I know you're gonna kill this man. Can you like do it easy so I can hurry up and catch you? Like,
Hold on, Marcy. What did you just say?
I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Like, I don't know.
What did you just say though?
Like, maybe they would be, a criminal who's like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this crime real easy. Because, like you
they're
said,
bored with life.
they've got other things to do. They've got to solve a murder now.
they've got to solve a murder, and they know that this guy's
I
getting
gotta kill
murdered.
this person. I gotta solve this other murder.
Right? Like, I'm
Time's a
bored.
ticking.
Or just like I'm bored with life. I've already solved like my murder because it was like super dumb. Like, man, just like slice him with a frisbee. Like, I don't know.
Slice him with a frisbee. Were there blades on the end of
Yes.
the frisbee? Okay. I'm gonna move on.
Yes. What's your first point?
I don't even have to look at
Second
point. My
Oh, yeah.
second point, which I don't even have to look at because everyone will be in protective bubbles.
With Bubble Boy in it?
Yes. Because after one person gets murdered, you gotta shield yourself. I gotta solve this murder. Everyone get in these bubbles so I can protect you from getting murdered by someone else who actually did it.
What if
because
you're the one that did it and you're solving your own crime?
You wouldn't be put on the case.
You don't know this.
That's dumb. Then I put myself in a bubble because someone can try to get revenge on me and kill me.
And kill you, yeah.
But you're the one solving the case, so
But they could still kill me.
valid.
Like everyone in bubbles are rolling around this house, trying to.
How are babies happening? Are there just like couple bubbles?
No. You're not bubbles in all the time. Just
Oh.
after the murder takes place, everyone protects
Right.
themselves.
So how do like how does
How long
does bouncy
Wait,
bedtimes
back up,
happen?
back up. How long is it taking you to solve this murder? If it's taking a decade, I'm like, we don't care who got killed anyway. Okay.
If it's taking more than like a month or so, I can understand like married couples. They're like, we need bouncy bedtime. So
then
like, what
the
is
case
this?
is over. If you're taking longer than a month, I just saw the movie. It took him a couple days, okay? Not a month.
True.
Month?
True.
It happened in the house. You better figure it out.
True. I guess.
Okay. But yeah, protective bubbles, that's all we got.
Okay.
Move on to our last point, Tyra.
Okay, and mine is just the opposite of what
Marcy said.
Marcy said. I thought there would be really good criminals because if everyone had to solve a murder, then as a criminal, you'd be like, let me do mine really, really, really good so I can get away with it.
Here's the thing about that. It makes sense. Marcy, yours is wrong. Yours made no sense. Tyra, you're correct. I completely believe in that.
Yes. But you never know. Who knows what goes on in the future,
This is now, it happens now.
Right.
Then yes, I agree with you because if I'm solving a case, I know how to make mine try to be unsolvable so they can't catch me.
Right. You wouldn't want to get caught, I don't think. Unless
hope you
you
wouldn't
were
wanna
a
get caught.
unless you're a criminal who had better things to do.
Or
you
unless
know?
you're a serial killer and you're like, listen, I've killed like 30 men. I'm
And not
bored.
women?
Right.
Wow, sexist.
Well, I mean,
not
on
children? Wow, whatever that would be.
ageist.
Ageist.
So, okay, do you not remember?
Animals?
You probably didn't see it. That's animal cruelty. But what is it? There is a Tyler Perry movie, Madea Goes to Jail, I think it is. The one who's on Modern Family with the accent. Like, you don't know how smart I am in Spanish. That one. Oh my gosh, she does the Head and Shoulders
Vergara?
commercials. Yes. So Sofia Vergara, she was in that movie, and she was known as
you a
the
cake.
Yes, I bake you a cake. So she in that movie was known as the most notorious female serial killer because she's killed 17 men.
70.
right? So she was known as one of the notorious female serial killers. So what if I want to be like that? Like, let me just kill all these men. No. What if like I'm a woman scorned and I'm like, nobody wants to get with me. You know what? I'm gonna kill all these men because, you know.
So because you're lonely.
Yes.
Somebody
and nobody wants to love me. So
well, that's your fault. Maybe you look in the mirror. You're unlovable.
Maybe I'm like the Hunchback of Notre Dame with like.
No, he's lovable.
No. With the personality of Sharpay Evans. So
who's that?
Who's another hateable person?
Who's Sharpay Evans first?
From High School Musical. She was the blonde one that
ain't nobody remember no High School Musical.
Everybody knows who High School Musical is.
No.
Anyway.
It's too old.
No, it's not.
High School Musical is old.
Okay, so let's say that they look like Quasimodo, but they had the personality and traits and everything of Donald Trump because nobody really likes him. So
we have Donald Trump listeners on this show. Pick somebody horrible like Adolf Hitler.
Okay, there you go. Well, no, because people liked him because his art was really nice.
That's what you're going with? You're telling me Adolf Hitler is better than is
fine. The personality of neo-Nazis.
More like than Trump? That's what you're telling me? I mean, I understand people don't like him, but he's not murdering.
You're right. Okay, so neo-Nazis. So they look like Quasimodo, and they have the personality traits of every neo-Nazi you ever heard of or think about, right? So that's what you would have to be. So, like, they probably wouldn't love you because, like, they turn into a serial killer. That's why somebody would do that. That's why I said female serial killer.
Okay.
Can we hurry and finish? I gotta pee.
Now we're going to take our time.
Well, then I'll just leave and go pee.
Okay, here we go. I think dancing makes it worse.
No, it doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it does. You're moving. Okay, here we go. So that's the show. Moving on to our next segment. Let's say people don't go see this movie and they have some free time and they want to watch a movie in their free time. Marcy, what movie do you suggest they go see?
What was this movie?
You were dancing. You better.
I have no idea. Hold on.
Is this because you have to pee?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a movie?
Sure. I always like Lord of War. Nicolas Cage. It's a good favorite movie of mine. It's not current, but if you've never seen Lord of War, it's the only movie with Nicolas Cage in it that I'll actually sit through, and it's a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's a true story based on a real person who does some pretty incredible things.
That's great. I'll name another Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh no, I want to do mine first.
Is it Nicolas Cage?
Yes.
Okay, what you got?
Mine is Face Off. Obsessed with bringing down terrorists, Castor Troy to justice. FBI agent Sean Archer tracks down
like
Troy.
You're running. I'm like, was she on a treadmill when we were recording this? Just say their faces got switched.
Basically, killer and the guy who's hunting down the killer swap faces, and then the guy who was trying to hunt down the killer gets the face of the killer, and now he's stuck in jail, and now they're trying to fix it.
Mine is Gone in 60 Seconds. I've mentioned this before, but this movie's fun. I love it. And it took me a long time to realize that Angelina Jolie was in this movie. But, or that was her, basically. But they have to steal cars, and it's entertaining to watch. You never seen this movie?
No.
Neither
I've never seen that one.
Okay, well, we'll force you to have a movie night.
Where I watch.
We watch Nick Cage movies.
Okay.
They will involve Gone in 60 Seconds.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Have you seen Lord of War?
No, we're going to watch that.
Oh, we're going to watch that one first.
Lord of War.
What's the other one where he like had to blink? Next? No, not Next.
Next, yes.
It is
Next.
Next?
Is so fun and underrated.
It is.
Yeah, Next is good. But anyway, moving on to our final segment. Miss Tyra, where can they find you online?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram. I think so.
You might want to say that again.
I wasn't prepared for that question.
For the simple question. How did you get hit
because
on?
I've got like 5 different social media accounts.
On Instagram? On the one?
Yeah, I've got it several. So I'm going to go with my personal one.
Okay, I'll let
which
you.
I'm like, probably shouldn't do.
Which one can people follow and you don't put, that you don't care what you put out and they can. So you have a personal one? What are the other ones? Secret ones?
No, they're like businessy ones, you know, like
no,
da-da-da.
Do you want them to follow businessy ones? Well, if you're selling your stuff, don't you want them to follow the
Yeah, they can follow me. Follow me at frugal_girl shopping on Instagram.
Where you sell frugal things.
Where I
Shows
shop
how to get deals.
I shop and I do frugal things and frugal things. That sounds terrible.
Frugal. That's what it sounded like.
Buy things on the low and then I show other people how to save money and do those
Oh,
things.
you're nice. So Marcy, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at Marcy_11.9. You can also find me on Twitter at Marcy_119.
You can find Marcy's Escaping.
I had to pee.
You can find me on Twitter at a Clark Kent type. Shout out to that mustache. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Another Movie Review, where I review movies pretty much every day. So go check those out. Thank you for listening, guys. Thank you to Miss Tyra for being on here. I really appreciate it.
Yay, thank you.
Really enjoyed your presence for one of our few last episodes. And I hope you guys continue to have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
And Marcy would say bye, but she had to run to the restroom.
Bye for Marcy.
Welcome to What's That Movie? On this segment, I read the plot of a movie out to David.
What's up?
And our special guest, Tyra.
Hey.
On this segment, they have to try and guess what a movie is. The catch, they get no character names or telling details to the best of my not great at all ability, and they have to do it all in 5 minutes. Are you ready?
Sure.
Get set. Go. New York lawyer Blank has never won a case. When his teenage cousin Blank and his friend Blank are accused of murder in a backwater Alabama town, it's up to the nervous Vinny, now you know his name, to save him from jail, even though he's only ever tried personal injury cases before, and none of them successfully. Your name is your buzzer. I forgot to let you know. If you know what it is, say your name.
Tyra.
What is it?
My Cousin Vinny.
Yes, it is.
I
Next.
never would have got that.
It's actually a good movie.
It's an old movie.
Born with the snout of a pig, young Blank spends life a virtual prisoner in her home.
I know this movie.
Believing that the only way to break the curse is to marry one of her own kind. She meets a number of suitors. Meets a number of suitors, but all reject her. 2 devious men, one with a grudge against the family, hire a man.
I don't remember. It's just her name, isn't it? Amelia?
No.
Emily?
No.
Darn it. That was A. Oh, I'm mixing movies.
Yeah, you are. To pose as a suitor, but complications arise when he begins to fall in love with her, and she makes a bid for freedom. This movie stars Christina Ricci and James McAvoy. My man.
No idea.
No idea?
Is it James McAvoy?
I don't even know who that is.
He's
The guy in
X.
Wanted.
Oh, really?
Professor X? Yeah. The new one.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is. Okay.
No?
No idea.
I can't remember her name.
Penelope. Next. Love that movie.
Penelope Pig.
Yes, Penelope the
makes
Pig.
sense.
Con artist Blank is a longtime resident of a luxurious coastal resort where he enjoys the fruits of his deceptions. That is, until a competitor, Blank, shows up.
David, The Resort.
No.
Oh.
When the new guy's lowbrow tactics impinge on his own work, Blank resolves to get rid of him. Confident of his own duplicitous talents, he challenges the other guy to a winner-takes-all competition. Whoever swindles their latest mark first can stay, while the other must leave town.
I don't remember what the name of this is.
I don't think I've ever done this one.
Is there a the?
No.
Oh.
This movie stars Michael Caine and Steve Martin. Those are the only 2 names it gives me. It was released in 1990.
I give up.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Nope, can't remember.
Next.
Yeah, never seen it.
Blank is a glamorous, seductive British woman who has a penchant for defrauding gullible men out of their money.
You've done this.
No, I have not.
You haven't?
No, I have not.
I don't know.
Into her well-ordered, meticulous world comes Blank, a cunning and fun-loving Australian woman who loves to swindle unsuspecting marks.
David, The Hustle.
Yes. Next.
Question. Is that the one with
Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
Okay.
Next. When the coach of a French soccer team is killed, his ring featuring the legendary Blank goes missing. Luckily, this one guy has a plan. Assign the most intelligent, most driven officers to track down the thieves in secret, while publicly assigning the bumbling inspector
David.
this guy.
Pink Panther?
Yes. Next. When a terrorist threatens to bomb this event, the FBI rushes to find a female agent to go undercover as something. Unfortunately, this one lady is the only female FBI agent who can look the part, despite her complete lack of refinement and femininity.
David. Oh, no, you said femininity. I was going to say spy.
She prides herself in being just one of the boys.
David, what she wants?
No. And is
things I hate about you?
What?
2 things I hate about you?
No. And is horrified.
She's the man.
No, and is horrified. Just because they're all going undercover does not mean that this is the movie. And is horrified at the idea of becoming a girly girl.
Oh, David. Miss Congeniality?
Yes. I was going to say my favorite day would be April, May, whatever, where it's a light sweater. Next. This special agent... FBI Special Agent Blank is a methodical investigator with a long-standing reputation for excellence and arrogance. In contrast, foul-mouthed, hot-tempered Detective Blank goes with her gut.
The Heat.
Yes. Next. FBI Agent Blank is tough, smart, and a master of disguise. There is nothing he can't handle. So, taking on his most challenging role ever, decides to impersonate the cantankerous...
Masters of Disguise?
No. Cantankerous Southern Granny Blank. Using a few tricks of disguise, he completely transforms himself into Blank, even taking on the corrupulent super everyday role.
David, Big Mama's House?
Yep.
I figured that one was...
You can guess it.
Yeah,
even
that
if
one's
it's wrong.
I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say.
All right, this is the last one then.
Oh, we get one more? Yay.
You get one more.
Bonus.
Blank has never worked a day in her life and has lived like a queen since her father, a famous rock and roll star, died and left her his fortune. But everything changes when she realizes that her manager has stolen her money. She lands a job as a nanny for Blank, a young girl with serious attitude, whose serious attitude is the opposite of her carefree one. With help from her boyfriend, she tries to bond with her and learn how to be an adult.
I don't know.
This movie stars Brittany Murphy and Dakota Fanning and Jesse Spencer.
I still don't.
Came out in 2003. There's a song about it.
Oh, that song. I don't know. Uptown Girl?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's the game. Thank you once again to our lovely, beautiful guest, Miss Tara. We appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you.
And for being such a good sport, even though you did not say anything during this game.
She did. She got a point.
I got the first one.
You did.
Wow, you forgot.
Oh my God, you
You're
did.
a horrible host.
And it was a good first
It
one.
was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Had to dig deep for that movie.
You did. Girl, look at you. I forgot about that point, but she did it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway, have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.